Good morning, guys. Good morning. It is very cold here. It's probably like we had a freeze warning last night, and it's cold. But I hope, I hope that it didn't affect my garden. Okay, my garden is not all the way started, but I do have a pear tree, and the pears were just now forming. So I do hope it didn't affect that. Okay. But anyway, that's another story. So now you know I like gardening. I need to let the shade down here for a moment. Whoa, okay. So guys, let's go ahead and, well, I'm gonna have to lift this up. And I don't have any glasses here. But anyway, let's go ahead and I'm gonna try to look at this without being blind. Okay. All right, guys. AMC. First of all, the coffee's okay. The coffee's okay. Not AMC. Mullen. The first one we're gonna look at is Mullen. I'm doing a separate video. AMC. Now, Mullen's up. There's a lot of news coming out. We may see it's very possible that we may see a big spike in Mullen this week. Okay, over some news. Now, do your research, look it up, find the news so you can read it for yourself, and you can determine if that news is true or false. But it seemed pretty positive. I increased my share count just a little bit. Now, this is not a lot of shares, okay? And I didn't put a lot of money into this. This is just money I had over here, and I just bought it, okay? Now, if Mullen dips back down to my average cost of 0.088, if it dips that low, then most likely I'm going to pick up more. Okay, I'm going to sell some shares of something else and pick up more. But we also have to keep on mulling because they're not really making a lot of money yet. But I mean, they're pretty much of a newer company, so most new companies take a loss anyway. They're not very profitable within like the first 5 years or something like that. So we're just gonna keep an eye on it. But as for now, Mullen was looking pretty good this morning. There was a nice run up over here on April 20th. It ran up to about 10. Here we go, right here. It ran up to 10 cent. Very close to 11 cent. And then over here, it tried to push up again, and then it fell back down, and now we're up at 12 cent, which is pretty good. But you know what? I'm gonna look at the year. The high of the year was a year ago was $1.60. Okay, so we have some hurdles to jump to get back to these like 40 cent, 30 cent. We got a lot of things to do to get back up here, and hopefully this news is good, and hopefully Mullen turns around and do some things. Like, I don't know, I've always felt strong about Mullen in spite of what everybody was saying. I just feel like they're a company that's trying. Maybe we don't see that, but I think they're trying to do a lot of things because, I mean, they're in the right category as far as in automotive and electric cars. I mean, there's not a lot of places, not a lot of companies that are doing electric cars. I mean, besides the same old like Ford, Chevy, Lexus, the main ones are doing, but this is a newer company, so it really needs to get on board, and it's possible. It's possible. Anything's possible. But I am not going to put in a lot of money to where if it goes to zero, I'm going to be upset. Okay. So keep that in mind. Just because it's 12 cent doesn't mean keep pouring in money because you think, or you may feel like it's going to go up, or it's going to run up to $15 or $20 or $50 or whatever. You have to keep in mind it could crash. Okay. So only buy, if you're going to buy, you can either Either buy it once or buy whenever. Only put in money that you're willing to lose, okay? Keep that in mind. Don't, and you know, this is in a high short squeeze potential, so keep that in mind also. And don't treat this like the AMC thing, okay? Because there are a lot of people that put money into AMC because of what they've heard and what people they keep hearing over and over, like, oh, the squeeze is near, the squeeze is near, the squeeze is near. You heard that like all year long for the last 2 years. The squeeze is upon us, it's very close, it's near, it's near, it's near. The shorts are trapped now. They have to cover. Like, the shorts don't have to. Shorts do not have a time limit. There's a time when they should cover, but shorts are not. They don't have to cover. They don't have to cover forever if they don't want to. If they just decide they don't want to cover, never, then they don't have to. Okay, unless they get like some type of margin call. And even if they do that, and they still don't cover, then I don't know, they probably just pay a fine or something. They do not care. So keep that in mind. Just because someone says, oh, the shorts have to cover by this date, technically, yes, they have to cover, but for themselves, they are not going to cover. They just are not going to cover. They cover when they want to, okay? All right. But anyway, that's a different story. Don't treat this like AMC, okay? So if it goes to zero, it goes to zero. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I only have like $54 in there. I'm up $15, $14. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on it. Usually small positions like this, like penny stocks, I try to keep between 500 to 1,000 shares. And usually I put 1,000 shares, collect 1,000 shares, and I'll leave it at that. Okay. That's just the way I do things. But that's it. Let's keep an eye on it. It's trying to do something, and it's trying to pull back in. And also, Mullen has a tendency to run up, and then it pulls back very strong. Then it run up and pull back strong. I mean, you can look at it, look at the history, and see it is doing that. This is when it was doing very good over here. This is when it was doing very good, like $16. Getting back to $16 it could be possible. It could be possible. But let's keep on it, guys. And I'll see you in the next one. My next video, I guess I'll do AMC price prediction. All right, guys. Take care. Peace.